Yeah, so it's the African Jamaican Unity Channel, launching out, and we can tell you that, well, we're not saying that we are gifted, but we have some things to share with you. We don't know how. We're not saying that we have any powers, but we have some things to reveal to you, the audience worldwide, about a man named Elon Musk, because we have. Well, we don't know, but we are so fortunate that we were able to communicate with this man. Like, whether or not you want to believe it, it's enter your dream, that your soul speak, but that is for another day. So today, we are telling us right now, the world is on fire. Not really necessarily burn still, but it's soon starting. The fire soon start. Whether or not you want to believe it, the fire soon start in the world. Where, may I tell you, where instability, because if you believe in the fulfillment of the Bible, this is it. All the people that claim say them are Christian, nobody watch that. They are all terrorists. They don't love America, because whether or not you want to believe it, Donald Trump's our first man for Donald Trump is so good that him cut even 4 are the 10 commandments them from the Bible. May I tell you, yeah, thou shalt not lie, him get rid of that. Thou shalt not steal, him get rid of that. Thou shalt not commit adultery, him get rid of that. And thou shalt not kill. May I tell you, so him get rid of everything. But we are telling other things. But anyway, so we are telling you about one of your favorite immigrant in America, a man named Elon Musk. Yeah, Elon Musk, the immigrant who command more power than the American government. I tell you, say white people in America are ball. A man from Africa have white people in America are ball. Trust me, you want to see amount of demonstration. Even the same people them who vote for Donald Trump. When people were warning them and say, look here, you voting for Trump, you're not voting for Trump. You're voting for oligarchs. These people do not care about you because you are poor. The thing what they have done for decades is to divide all of you. Because the thing that make you and the black and the brown people, all of you, the one, is that all of you are poor. But what they're doing, they're pitting you against the black and the brown people to tell you that they are your problem. They are not your problem because they are not the one that control the system. The same people that you're voting for, they are the ones that have been working against you for decades. They work against you for not getting, you're supposed to be working $40 per hour, but you keep voting for the people because of hate, and because you're illiterate, you're ignorant. 80% of the American population, I could not believe, is illiterate. 80%. And this is a first world country. So, you understand? That makes sense to me. So the immigrants, them, are doing much better than them because the 20%, majority of the immigrants are in the 20%. 80% are white people in America, illiterate. All that because these are people who are from Eastern Europe, and you know that the people from Eastern Europe, when they were brought to America, they were brought to America to become literally slaves. Yeah, they're supposed to be just be farmers, nothing else. They did not brought them here to become any entrepreneurs or anything like that. They brought them here to be slaves, to plant the fields and make sure that the white people them up north get them crop or in the Midwest. You understand? So that is what happened. So moving on. So for generations, immigrants have left their homelands in search of better life, pursuing the so-called American dream. Yes, many arrive in the United States with a hope of contributing to society, working hard and securing a future for themselves and their families. However, the story of Elon Musk, a man born in apartheid South Africa, reveal a far more complex reality. Unlike the typical immigrant who struggles to build a life from the ground up, Musk has not only amassed extraordinary wealth, but also secure an unprecedented level of influence over American society, politics, and even the nation's future. So today, he's arguably more powerful than the American-born leaders, including members of the Congress and Senate, demonstrating that the United States is increasingly controlled by foreign interests rather than its own people. Yes, Elon Musk, an African immigrant, has risen to become the wealthiest man on the planet, but his power extends beyond mere wealth. He wields influence over industries critical to national security, from space exploration, SpaceX, to transportation, Telsa, to artificial intelligence, Neuralinks. As for me, I don't anything for Elon Musk before even all of this time. Never ever. I've never spent $1 with that man there and them thing. Because from, I've read about him and say, oh no, the brother, a racist brother and them thing. So I don't know, when Mr. Black people are drive out, tell us and them thing, I say, there goes another dummy. You don't put money in your pocket of your enemies. You understand? So, some people even say, no, back in the days, like, where I'm from in Jamaica, they have some rituals on them thing. Like, for people like Elon Musk, where black people, they might carry certain rituals and make some things happen to him. You understand? Without even touching him. Spiritual things. So we don't even know if the people if people back in Jamaica and them thing are in Africa, we know how to work them rituals here for work on him mentally. Touch him from far and them thing make it, you understand? So yes. So the astonishing part is that this man was not born in the US. Now, as white American politicians bend into his will, treat him as a near messianic figure. These so-called leaders, who should be safeguarding the interests of their nation, instead behave like pretzels, twisting and contorting themselves to accommodate Musk. Every move, no matter how dangerous or controversial. America, once a nation that pride itself on democracy and self-determination, is now witnessing a return to the plantation days where power is concentrating in the hands of a select few, and everything that represents black history, progress and resistance is under relentless attack. The erasure of African American contribution, the suppression of black voice and the dismantling of social justice movements are all symptoms of a larger problem. USA aid, they pay illegal thing the people do. Who is there with the guardrails? Well, them just say, when this time come, there's not going to be any guardrails. So, what you go, hey, trust me, I have some things to reveal to you, people where, you just have to stand by. So, the American political system is failing to uphold the values it claims to stand for. And individuals like Musk are exploiting this weakness to reshape the country in his own image. Immigrant to reshape America. So one of Musk's most egregious and unforgivable actions occurred when he stood at the podium of the President of the United States and brazenly performed the Nazi salute, a symbol historically associated with white supremacies, genocide and hatred. This was not a simple misstep or an act of ignorance. It was a deliberate display of his alignment with far-right extremist ideologies. For any other figure, such an act would have resulted in immediate condemnation and consequences. Yet, Musk continues to wield unchecked power, protected by the very establishment that once claimed to fight against such forces of oppression. So that we are talking about hypocrisy. That's one of the main reason why I tell you, say, and if you black and you support them people, might as well just buy a piece of rope, or you just go by George Washington Bridge and you just do the honors. The consequences of Musk's unchecked dominance are no longer confined to America. Other nations are watching closely, and some are taking decisive actions. Canada, once one of Musk's adopted countries, is now leading a charge against him. His rising influence. Canada legislative are actively considering revoking his citizenship, an unprecedented move that signals their refusal to tolerate his xenophobic, racist and destructive actions. Wow, hey boy, Canada, may I tell you. So the Canadian them say, oh, we take him citizenship because I'm not born here. We don't want him back here. So unlike weak and compromised politicians in the United States, Canada is demonstrated through leadership on the world stage by holding Musk accountable. They are sending a clear message. No individual, no matter how wealthy or powerful, is above the principle of justice and decency. Oh my God. So the contrast is striking. While the US political elites fawn over Musk and allow him to dictate the nation's trajectory, Canada is standing first, refusing to let an immigrant from apartheid South Africa to tarnish their national integrity. America are ashamed still, so I just saw it go. An immigrant, Canada refusing an immigrant from South Africa to tarnish their national integrity. So by taking steps to strip him of his Canadian citizen, they are setting an example for other nations. They are showing that history will remember those who choose to act rather than cower. Yeah, Republican them are some men baby, them weak like a rat. Them not even have no balls, spineless. The real question now is, will the United States wake up, or will it continue to allow a foreign-born billionaire to manipulate its systems, undermine its democracy, and dictate its future? The time for complacency is over. It's a time for Americans to recognize the dangerous path their nation is on and demand accountability from those who have placed personal profits and political convenience over the welfare of their own country. Canada has made its choice. The rest of the world is watching. So Elon Musk rise to power is not just a story of financial success. It's a stark reflection of how political complacency and corporate greed have allowed a foreign-born billionaire to wield more influence over the United States than many of its own elected officials. His unchecked dominance, his open embrace of far-right ideologies, and his ability to manipulate policymakers without consequences reveal a disturbing shift in American power dynamics. The man all threaten all people them with primary because them know say their voters, they are organic robots. You just tell them things and they just gobble it up. Them read, most of them, 80% of them IQ is like a 14-year-old, whether or not you want to believe it. These, well, I mean, I would never say that they're they are not that smart, but I can't tell you, say, when I talk about dunce, them that. You can't, trust me, believe you me, if you ever been around these people, you're like, man, these people are American. Yeah, the American race up on the TV, they will show you the bright, but may I tell you, the real American them, yeah, all the thing that, most of them have a third grade education. So to them life, most of them not no teeth, them no beard and all them thing there, and just look on them clothes, and them feel if you just look dirty. Oh, I forget to say this and that, yeah. For them to look dirty, they feel like it's something that is cool. But, they don't know that cleanliness is next to godliness. These are people who claim that they are Christians, but they are not. They are nothing Christ-like, because Jesus Christ was never a white man. So as Marcus Garvey told us, if God is white, him no want to meet him. And we are see it right now. Yeah. So at a time when black history, civil rights, and fundamental freedoms are under attack, Musk ascent represent a regression, a return to an era where wealth dictates morality and where those who stand against oppression are silenced. Well, that's whether or not you want to believe it, that was what the Democrats were doing, the same thing. So it's just that one turn from the other to the other. Because the thing is that now, they have a thing where you call this LGBTQ plus thing. They might tell you say up is down and down is up. And if you say no, I lie that. Economic terrorism. So them started first and now the other side I do it. So who is there in the middle now? If you say no, everything we're doing are wrong. There's no who in the middle. Because the Democrats they pushed and tell you say two man can married. All of them things them are dismantled from creation where God make Adam and Eve, and them a tell us say no God no there and them are God, and them a tell us say all your little pitney them can turn from boy to girl and cut them up and what make all of them money. I feed for the people. So them started in our one way and then no, this is it. If they never started, it start by I see them rich people, rich people against rich people. So whether or not the poor people, them are out there demonstrate, them are trying to protect them own, but they don't really have much in a stake. The stake is against rich. And I rich at them and the one them because rich people, them normally corrupt. I just saw it go whether or not you want to believe it. Right now, Elon Musk, an immigrant, have the American US attorney. I investigate people in America. Can you believe that? Never seen nothing like that yet. However, hope remain. Yeah, hope remain. So, his Nazi salute was not just an isolated act. It was a symbol of his true allegiances and the broader movement to reshape America into a nation that prioritizes the interest of the elites while trampling on the rights of the marginalized. So I'm a weak in America. Well, I tell you why I'm do it still. However, hope remains. Canada bold stand in considering the revocation of Musk's citizenship is a reminder that accountability is possible when leaders have the courage to act. Their refusal to tolerate his destructive influence set a precedent for how nations should respond to individuals who pose a threat to democracy and social progress. If Canada can take a stand, why can't the United States of America? Well, them can't, because all of them have the same ideology of Elon Musk, and they're all cowards. So all of them are pretend them are like black people. The Supreme Court, everything is just corruption, because it's just money control. America is not a real place, you know. America, you understand? So them have to go right back to slavery, and that's how them are do. So and them. You the man them say hey, me I tell you, them I don't tell you what them are doing, them say them are gonna traumatize the federal workers, and they are doing it. White people them still doing it. I remember saying majority of the workforce. If you have 10% of black people work for the federal government, enough that, me I tell you, them are traumatize them. You understand? So the time has come for America to recognize the dangerous trajectory their country is on. They must demand stronger leadership, greater accountability, and a rejection of corporate puppetry that allow figures like Musk to dictate national policies. So while the world is watching, and history will remember who had the courage to resist and who chose to kneel before unchecked power. The choice is clear: reclaim America's sovereignty or continue down the path of submission. As we say, is an immigrant control America. Yeah, man, see him there. So Elon Musk set to lose his Canadian citizenship because of his Nazi salute, which is a demonstration of his evil mind and art. It's not going to end well for him. Remember Adolf Hitler, what Adolf Hitler did? Have yourself a beautiful day.